Three of the five candidates for Jan Drago's city council seat introduced themselves to a handful of Ballard residents and answered their questions June 15th at Ballard's Trinity United Methodist Church.
This is the most amazing experience that I have ever had in my 30 years of activism in Seattle. I am being stretched. I am being confronted. I am being asked to think about things that I never thought about before. And I won't say that I will recommend it for everybody, but it is definitely an exciting and important and valuable learning experience for me. If nothing else out of this campaign, I will have learned a lot about our city and its needs and met so many wonderful people. As I've said, I'm a longtime community organizer and social justice advocate. I have worked for more than 30 years in this city trying to make it a place that is more welcoming for working families and especially for low-income people and people who live on the margins. This is what I've dedicated my life to.
Areas that I think you talked about well tonight that I'm focusing on. The first is, how do we get housing for people? Low-income people, middle-income people. We know that there's going to be another 1 million people coming into our region in the next 20 years. And how do we find jobs for them? Only if we provide a climate where businesses flourish. And how do we get around? Only if we have transportation systems that work. We talked about the public schools, the need to have public schools that draw people here, not push them away. And lastly, we need to have really good coordination between our city, our council, our legislators, people that get along, that talk to each other. And the shorthand for this is get a home, get a job, get around, get smart, and get a life. Because this is the community we want to live in.
I'm going to start by answering one question that I've heard repeatedly on this campaign. I've heard you have some great things to say. You really care about the community. You really care about the problems that we're facing in Seattle. But why are you running now? Why are you not waiting 10 years, 20 years from now? And the answer is very simple. 34 people died last year because they had nowhere to go. They died outside. And the city sat by and said, well, they've got enough beds. We don't know why they're dying outside. And I'm still hearing the same conversations that have led us to that point. I'm someone who has the energy to match the requirements of this job. I see a little bit of laughter in the back, but I'm somebody with that energy. And I'm somebody who's combining with experience. I've led people in combat. I've led people in life. I've led people at work. I know what it is to lead, and I'm bringing the energy to do it to the table.
Michael Harthorne, Ballard News Tribune.